So I have now done 5 spiders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as you can see, we've got this really pretty effect with the red pear outlining, 2 diamonds coming into a spider, and we'll be finishing off with this red pear here. It's just the way the pattern goes. Yours may or may not look something similar to this. However, this is the last spider that we did, is orange and yellow. The red will come down. As you can see, I've already worked the edge pairs on both sides. We're going to do one final last row of torsion ground to enclose it, and then we'll be tying off the pairs. So hopefully you are somewhere at this point. It doesn't really matter how many spiders you do. I did 5. It makes a nice size bookmark. And it also allows this pattern repeat. However, you do as many as you want to, however you feel you need, is entirely up to you. So this is our last row of torsion ground before we tie our bobbins off. So it's literally exactly the same as everything else. Give everything attention. That's half stitch, pin, half stitch is your torsion ground that we're going to here. Oops. I'm just going to move my cover cloth down slightly so I can see that last pinhole. The pricking does extend beyond here, however we haven't done any further than that. Okay, bring it back to the centre. So that's as far as that red pear can go on that row. So let's bring in the red pear from the other side. Give that a pin. And then attention. And then half stitch, pin, half stitch, make that one a bit bigger. That one. The last one in this row. Pins, come on pins, you can do it, I'm nearly there. Pop that one in there. And then we're crossing the red ones in there, torsion ground stitch. And our lace is now done. This ending mirrors the very beginning. So we start with an enclosed spider there in red, another one there. The reds come together to make that one. You've enclosed that one, and now we've enclosed this one. And now all we're going to do is tie off the bottom pairs in reef knots. And then just tie them together in a tassel. So all of these individual pairs get tied off, apart from the passives, the purple passives. You can just lie those back along your work there. You can cut those off later on once you've tied everything else off, purely because they are worked in cloth stitch and they are not going to come undone. Cloth stitch very rarely comes undone. So we're going to tie them off, tassel them, and I'll show you the finished product very shortly. So I just wanted to share with you how I'm actually going to finish off this tassel on this bookmark. So as you can see, each of the pairs has now been tied off in a reef knot. I've thrown back the passives because I don't really worry about tying them off, and everything is where it should be. I'm going to emphasize the red in the pattern. So with the 2 middle pairs, just make a little gap in the middle of them. And then each of these pairs just comes in their order. So the red pair is actually sliding underneath them out to the side. Try not to twist them as you go. And we'll do the same on this side. So it just goes under each passive pair out to its respective side. Okay. Now you will see a little bit of thread on the longer sides as opposed to the little ones in the middle. That's okay. If that's not your thing, that's not your thing. That's fine. No problem. Cut them off small. Not a problem at all. But this is like a sort of woven tassel on the end of your bookmark. So where the two colours are in the middle, again, just make a little gap and bring this pair over and into the middle, and this pair over and into the middle, and then cross them right over left, and then do the same thing. So this now slides under all of these ones. To that side. And then this pair slides under all of these ones. To this side. And give them a little tug. Okay, and then also pull these ones. Now, it doesn't look like much now, but we're going to keep doing this particular over and under technique. So this one goes into the middle, space these out a little bit, and this one comes over and into the middle, twist, and repeat. And we're going to be doing that a total of 6 times. So we've done 2. I'm going to do another 4 and come back to you. So we have done 6 passes over, cross, under, over, cross, under, and we've taken the red pair back out to the sides. So this would be 7 if we were doing it again, but we're now going to tie a reef knot with our bobbins. So I'll just pan out a bit so you can see how I do this. Okay, so we take our bobbins, put them like that. So the right one goes under the left one, under that thread. And we're pulling, pulling, pulling. And then same pair, left over right, and under that thread, pulling, 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 pulling. And then the next pair, right over left, under that thread, pulling, 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 pulling. And then this again, left over right, under that thread, and pulling. And give everything a last good tension. Make sure there's no extra bits of thread caught up. As you can see, I'll zoom back in again for you. As you can see, it does allow the threads here to be longer. If you don't like that, not a problem. Just cut it off as it is. As long as you're using reef knots or some other very strong knot, they will not come apart. We are going to use this as a tassel, as a bookmark, so I'm going to leave it a little bit longer. So I'm just going to gather all the threads together and cut it round about there as a nice neat finish. Now what I'm also going to do is cut off the purple passives that we've had going on. Now I'm not going to cut them short at the moment. I'm just going to cut the bobbins off so I can take the pins out. Bring those ones down as well. And then once all the pins have been taken out, I will cut them really, really short. But I don't want to hedge my bets just yet until I've taken all the pins out. So just a reminder that with torsion lace, you can take out all the middle pins first before you take out the edge pins. And then I take out every other one on one side. Go all the way round, taking out each second pin. Do the same on the other side. All the way around, and then take out the sides completely, and then take out the top and the bottom. Just before the final pins are removed, I have one here and I have one at the very, very top, just keeping the bookmark in place. Just remember to trim off your purple passives as close as you can, and then pan back out for you. Oh, wrong way. Let's go that way. There we go. We've take off the bottom pin, and we'll take off the top pin, and there you have it. Your spider bookmark in all its glory.